Hi, this is Roxy, and I'm going to be starting the Handy Hazzan today. Here are some dreidels that I made with the Handy Hazzan. They're made out of clay. This is mine. This is, I think my dad made it. And I think I made that one, and the Handy Hazzan, my dad, made that one. And over here are some dreidels that we made last year. And I'm going to show you how this one goes. There we go. It's probably going to bang into something. I'll show you how the bigger ones, this might not spin well.
Hi Roxy, what you doing?
I'm just filming the dreidels and stuff.
I think I saw you trying to spin the big ones.
Yeah.
That's why last year we made the smaller ones. Let's see if the Handy Hazzan can spin it. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. When it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. When it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play. Yeah! Woo! I got a little dreidel, it's a spinny little baby.
Yeah, he can do it.
That's spinning pretty well.
Yeah.
What did it land on?
Oh, I don't know.
What did it land on? What's the letter?
The shin.
Shin. And shin we said means?
Give?
Put one in.
Put one in. So this is my dreidel that I showed you earlier. It has a very sparkly bottom.
Tonight is dreidel night.
Woo!
We're making dreidels.
Yep.
Making dreidels out of clay. This stuff is called oven craft clay. Bakes hard in a kitchen oven. We happen to have a kitchen oven. And then it tells you in French, and I'm not going to attempt that at this time.
Yeah, I don't think so now.
Degree of difficulty. I am kneading this clay. That's K-N-E-A-D, kneading this clay. I'm also N-E-E-D-ing this clay to make the dreidel. And the more that I mold it with my hands and work it with my hands, the warmer and the more malleable it gets. You say, well, what are you going to use for the top for the dreidel, meaning the stick, the spin? I take an old chopstick and I cut it down with this. This is just a kitchen knife with a serrated edge. You can use a small saw or whatever. And I figure about that much, and then I cut right on that line. Now, listen carefully. I don't want kids to be doing this at home with a knife. I want a parent to cut this part for the kids, okay? Because you also see, yeah. We're going to wind up just putting that right inside the clay later.
It ends up looking like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'll use this to maybe trim it down a little bit.
Just to make sure you don't cut yourself.
Make it even, make it round. I sharpen this knife. It's also a kitchen knife. I recommend getting like a pen knife. I'm actually going to attend to that a little bit later because now we're going to get to the real deal. The real deal is molding this and making a dreidel. So each year I wonder if I'm going to make as good or better than the year before. And so I procrastinate that because I'm afraid it's not going to be as good. Don't you go through that sometimes? But already I'm shaping the end as I talk. This is going to be too big. I'm going to get rid of some of this. I love the one that Roxy painted last year. Let me see that one again, Roxy. Did you spin this for everybody?
I think I did.
This is a dynamite dreidel. If I can make one like this, I'll be happy. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh dreidel, 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 with legs so short and thin. And when it gets so tired, it drops and then I win. Oh yeah, baby, I win. Now I get a gimbal, I get the whole... That is an awesome dreidel.
What I love about it is when it spins, you can when you see it in person, you can see kind of the sparkles.
When you get a gimbal! And gimbal means you get everything that's in the pot.
I got it all.
Back to the action here, please. I've taken some out. That's looking still a little bit big. That could be pretty good. That's more than enough clay to make a really nicely shaped dreidel. Let's start this way. I'm rolling it with my hands like that to give it symmetry.
Like you're rolling dough in your hands.
Right. And now I'm going to press down on the top. Do this any old way you want. I'm pushing down more.
Kids will have a lot of fun doing this.
So this is already getting close to looking like a dreidel. And just got to keep doing it with your eye, with your fingers, your hands. I'm going to even put my glasses on, Roxy, to really study this in the light. That seems to be pretty close to an equal. This is not. See, this has got to be squeezed here.
Do you remember how long it took us last year to make the dreidels?
I think it takes me about a half hour to make one that's really nice. So I'm making the top. Now I'm going to make the sides. We're getting close. Just trying to look to have it real symmetrical on each side. This one is not ready yet on this side. You can see that. So we just work it. Just work it, because the more even it looks now, the more fun it's going to be when we spin it after it's all baked and painted.
Action!
I'm using the water to smooth the dreidel surface. It's slightly indented over here from my fingers, but if it's indented in a uniform manner all the way around, it's going to be fine.
But it looks like it was very detailed and.
Now I am carving and I'll be sanding it shortly with sandpaper. It's 80 grit. You can use 120 grit, 100 grit. And I'm shaping it really to be the top for the dreidel. I'm going to put it right in there. We're going to make maybe 3 of these tonight.
Yeah.
Then we're going to bake them in the oven, 325 degrees.
That's very high.
Sound good?
Sounds cool.
Sounds like school.
No, I said it sounds cool.
I know, right. We're ready to put the stick into the top of the dreidel. Put it straight in. And
What are you doing to get it in?
I licked it.
Ew.
The trick is don't put it in too far and then squeeze it a little bit so it grabs. I could have added a little glue in the end of it, but that's going to be straight enough, long enough. It's either straight or it's not straight, huh? It's like saying perfect enough. Is something straight or it's not straight? Well, I've made 3 new dreidels. 1, 2, 3. Plus we're putting Perry's Baby Moses in to bake in the oven. They'll come out looking like this. And then, now follow me into the kitchen, please. I've turned the oven to 325. We're going to bake the clay for 1 hour at a 325 oven. And when it comes out, I'm going to sand it down a little bit, really make it nice and smooth all around so it's ready to be painted tomorrow. Buenas noches. Adios.
He says bye, thanks for watching, that he's the Handy Hazzan. See you guys later tomorrow. Any other words?
Yes.
What?
Laila Tov.